Lesson 7, 10 Ways to Dramatize Differences. Once you decide which point or points of difference you want to highlight, you'll want to dramatize them, bring them home vividly to the reader in some colorful way. You can also use these same techniques to highlight aspects of your offering that aren't that different. Let's quickly go through 10 key methods of punching up your marketing copy. First, paint a scene. This might be the problematic before condition, the desired or hoped for after scene, or a verbal description of the product in use or the service in process. Consider this technique when it would impress upon the reader the importance and impact of buying what you sell. And keep in mind that people's imaginations can handle 5 senses. Ideally, readers respond with a yuck or uh-oh or ah. 2. Provide details. Details add credibility and depth. They ground your marketing in reality and help readers understand what they'll be getting. Never expect photos to sell for you. Instead, cite details so that readers pick up on the extent to which a product or service meets their needs or goes above and beyond. In the case of a cleaning company, listing the details of what will be taken care of makes the service more compelling than simply saying, "We do a thorough cleaning." If the company performs green cleaning, describe the products used, who certifies the products as environmentally friendly, and specific steps the company takes to be carbon neutral. 3. Describe consequences. In the example shown, consequences involve what happens when cleaning is done incorrectly. If you don't want damaged, messy Oriental rugs, you'll want to hire these experts. Consequences for a cleaning company might also cover proven health effects from toxic cleaning products. Naturally, consequences include positive as well as negative results. For example, you might describe how pets are much better off after the company's thorough, healthy products home cleaning. 4. Inject emotions: fear, pride, greed, envy, love, guilt, etc. A famous marketing principle has it that people often buy on emotion, then justify their purchase with logic. So don't neglect the emotions involved in a buying decision. What might those be? In this example, a cleaning company mentions the feelings of stress and overwhelm. There might also be the pride of showing off a sparkling clean home, the peaceful satisfaction of knowing guests will feel at ease in the space, and so on. 5. Include quotes from customers. We'll talk about testimonials, customer quotes, later in the course, but for now know that these quotes make the most difference when they make specific and believable points and when they're signed with someone's full name and some other identifier, like where they live or their profession. In the example on the slide, I'd rather see Michael W.'s last name and which borough, which neighborhood of New York City he lived in, as well as one sentence more about why he's so enthusiastic about the company's service. 6. Explain why the differences matter. As we discussed earlier in the course, don't expect a mere statement of what's what to make the strongest case for you. Always add why that's important, the so what. For instance, we use HEPA filter vacuum cleaners to clear the home of allergens and toxic pollutants so your family breathes more easily afterwards. 7. Describe cause and effect, problem, solution. We have a perfect example of problem solution here. Better Maids is dedicated to solving the problem created by traditional house cleaning, including billions of gallons of toxic chemicals that end up in our homes and the environment, over 4 billion pounds of paper waste that end up in landfills. Notice the number 4 billion there. Countless poisonings from toxic chemicals, and long-term health risks from prolonged exposure to those chemicals. Better Life Maids uses only the safest Better Life cleaning solutions that are plant-derived, non-toxic, and independently verified as safe and effective by Whole Foods EcoScale. I particularly like that independently verified part, mentioning the accrediting organization, and more. 8. Tell a true story. You can make a product or company come to life as distinctive or interesting by telling a story. In the example at hand, the founder of a British cleaning company tells readers, "It all started back in September of 2003. I had worked as a cleaner for several years and found that many companies in the London area just weren't proud of their work, and it showed. So I started AG Cleaning Services to be a company where customers could count on professional, courteous service that always exceeded their expectations. We started out," and so on. This may appear to be a very simple story, but I assure you it's different from the behind-the-scenes story of another founder who invested in a national franchise because he saw a way to make good money. People know that, and therefore almost any kind of story makes a difference in people's minds. 9. Challenge the reader. I'm not sure taking an aggressive, fear-mongering stance, as in our example, is a good choice for a cleaning company, even though it's grounded in facts. But for a different type of product or service, this could be a useful type of dramatization. For example, are you really ready to spend a week on a remote island without email or internet? You're in for lazy, sun-splashed beach days, delicious meals, and cocktails brought to your terrace while you watch the sunset. 10. Give differences a catchy name. Finally, you can dramatize a difference by giving it a catchy name. Here, I like the phrase "certified by Mr. Clean." Of course, this cleaning company has paid in some fashion for the privilege of using that as a badge of quality, but it certainly sets the company apart. Alternatively, they could have jazzed up what they're calling their 22-step cleaning process and turned that into our 22-step cleaner than clean process. You get the idea. And now you have the opportunity to put some of these ideas to work in another assignment. Take the original Queen of Clean letter and rewrite it to make the company or its services, or both, come across as more distinctive. Feel free to invent differences if you need to. It's just an exercise. But don't overdo it. Create a more compelling, yet still realistic letter that this local cleaning company outside of Boston could send. In the next lesson, we'll go through 2 sample letters done for this assignment. You can compare how those 2 copywriters succeeded or not with what you did. See you there.